Let me deal with Selesia's death first. I think it's possible that she might actually be dead. The series would have the mobile suit Gundam seed itself to make her be alive after being blown up. My problem is that the series has introduced something of a plot hole with Karen, namely that nobody realized he had crossed over. When Sho and Hikayu crossed over, everybody realized pretty quickly and started looking for them. Yet they were surprised to see Karen. Now, I don't think their reaction was fake, nor that what Meteora said was a lie, namely about not figuring out earlier that multiple characters from the same series could cross over. There is nothing to suggest anybody but Altair can tell who crosses over when they cross over. I'm not saying that they should have known it was Karen, but instead that they should have known there was someone else. If the apparent timeline is to be trusted, then he crossed over after the original 8 did, which means that the pattern of change signaling that creations were crossing over would have been obvious by then, so they should have known about him and prepared for him. But anyway, I do hope that Selesia is dead, because the series would have ruined a defining moment for her, Karen, and Rui by Deus Ex Machina her back to life. Or, if she's not dead, then there better be a truly epic explanation for it all. Next, Alisteria. I don't think Alice is dead. This is not a moment of, oh no, my favorite character can't be dead. She's not my favorite character. Meteora is. Rather, it's based on things that I've observed in the series. There was something about Alisteria's death that bothered me from the moment I saw it. Now, we only have one reference point to a creation dying, and that's Mamika's death way back in episode 9. There's a super emotional moment of Mamika dying in Alisteria's arms. And something else that disturbed me then, namely that Mamika's blood did not disappear when she died. That detail made her death all the more gruesome, heartbreaking, and memorable. Which is why I noticed right away and was confused when Alisteria's blood on Altair's cheek disappeared when she died. 1, it doesn't make any sense to change the rules that the series has operated under this late in the game. 2, it's unlikely that the creators forgot this detail because they went out of their way to make it a big deal. Which means that Alisteria's blood shouldn't have disappeared. You know what else shouldn't have disappeared? Her horse. Again, we only have a single reference point, but when I went back to watch Mamika's death scene, I was also investigating what happened to her wand. It disappeared between episodes 8 and 9. I concluded that she either dropped it somewhere or it was destroyed when she used Magical Splash Nuke. So instead, I searched for something else and found it. In the beginning of episode 9, we see Mamika's ribbon fall into Magane's hands. Later in the same episode, she still has it after Mamika has died and shows it to Sota. This confirmed my belief that if an object is not on the creation's person when they disappear, that object is left behind. Therefore, much like her blood, Alisteria's horse should have been left behind after she died. This is more iffy for me because I don't know all the rules. It's possible that her horse's life force is tied directly to hers and cannot exist without her. Even under that situation, she should have disappeared first and then her horse after her, the opposite of how it happened. What I'm trying to get at is that Alisteria's apparent death doesn't gel with what we've seen in the series so far. I think her death is the plan and necessary to trick Altair. Altair wasn't there when Mamika died, so she wouldn't know that Mamika left behind blood and her ribbon. It's logical to think that she would assume every part of her creation disappears when they die. Next, I find it hard to believe that Sota and the others wouldn't know about the 14th movement. We saw her use something similar in episode 10. Plus, they basically have a database of all of Altair's possible abilities. It wouldn't make any sense for them to know what the sources of her abilities are, but make no effort to memorize them and plan for any contingencies, especially since they had months to do so. So yeah, I really believe Alisteria isn't dead. The reaction of her creator threw me off. Well, I would be very disappointed if the series introduced such a huge plot hole of her blood, especially after they bragged about how they planned every detail.
は主人公などではなかったんだ。ただの脇役だ。